Welcome into the Coach's Corner, presented by Buckeye Community Bank. Today and tomorrow, your partner for growth. We are here with Brookside Cardinals head coach Scott O'Donnell. Coach, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having me.
Scott, let's get right into it. Your team comes in with a record of 3-6, your final game of the season. Talk about some goals that you achieved this season and things you didn't accomplish but are in the right path to coming into this last game and into next season.
Well, I think some things that we did this year, I think a lot of our young guys got experience, so that's a positive. Obviously we battled some injuries throughout, and that's never an easy thing, especially when you have a lot of young guys on the team. So it's something that they see, and we compare it to life. It's sometimes you don't like, and you can't, control those things that happen to you, but you can totally control how you react to it and your attitude towards it. So, we're in the process of doing that and getting better, and that's our emphasis in practice every day, getting better. And I think we've done that in certain aspects, and, we still need to improve on it, and coming into this last game, we're going to see tonight against Clearview, how we've done this week.
And I wanted to talk in particular about your sophomore class. You have 21 sophomores this year. Talk about how they've grown as a class this season and what you're looking forward to in their last game and in the future of Brookside football.
It's exciting to have a bunch of sophomores on the roster and have a bunch of sophomores that are playing. That's a good thing. What you hope is that they're turning the corner with the whole win, and winning. And that's what we need to have happen. Unfortunately, we're 3-6 now, and obviously right now this is going to be our last game unless something else happens. If we get a W and everything else falls into place, but you hope that they've gained some of that, and they've gained that hope of overcoming and getting over that hump towards the winning season. And that's my hope as the head coach for those guys.
And let's talk about your matchup tonight against the Clearview Clippers. An interesting situation for you guys. Clearview is playing 2 games in 1 week. They made up their game against the Keystone Wildcats this past Tuesday that got canceled last month. Do you think that's an advantage playing Clearview when they have 2 games in 1 week and not getting the proper preparation and rest that you usually get in a week for you guys?
I would sure hope so. That's why they give you a week every week. If not, we'd be playing 2 games a week, and we'd be doing that all the time. I think it's tough to play 2 games in 1 week, and hopefully we use that to our advantage. I was actually at the game, and it was a heck of a football game, great game. And, Coach Chris got the win over Mike, and both of them are great coaches. But Clearview in particular, hopefully they are tired, and hopefully that is to our advantage tonight in coming in, and we play fast and we go get them because they are fast. They are fast, they are athletic, and that's what we need to stop.
You mentioned it a little bit earlier, Coach, the injuries that you've dealt with this year. Some people have had to step up, including Colton Casey and Alex Era. How do you think they've stepped up into their new roles since a main core of your receivers have gone down?
Well, we're asking a lot of them. They're sophomores, and they're starting essentially both ways and playing a ton of special teams. So it's not easy to do that as a sophomore. But those are the roles that they've been thrown into, and we put a lot of pressure on them. Because they are great athletes, both of them, and I think they've been good. Do I think they need to still be better? Yes, and they would tell you that. I think they would say the same thing. And they need to continue to grow up, and hopefully they do that tonight.
Coach, where are the keys to the game to get the victory tonight against the Clearview Clippers?
Well, the key I always say, is up front. You got to win that war. We got to win the war up front. That's where it all starts. Running the ball and throwing the ball and stopping the run and stopping the pass. It's all up front. And whoever wins that war is going to win the football game. Secondly, we have to limit their big plays and limit their athletes. That's a big thing with Clearview. They're fast and athletic outside. We need to do that. And to help us do that, I think offensively we need to control the ball. on offense, and we can do that with the running game and moving the ball. Keeping their offense off the field is a good thing for us.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck tonight against the Clearview Clippers.
I appreciate that. Appreciate everything you guys do.
We appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much. That was Coach Scott O'Donnell of the Brookside Cardinals pregame, getting set to take on the Clearview Clippers. When we come back, it's the Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week on YouTube. You're listening to the Coach's Corner, presented by Buckeye Community Bank. Today and tomorrow, your partner for growth.
Welcome into the Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week here on YouTube. We are live from Brookside High School as we are at 7th Stadium for senior night, as it's a Lorain County 8 Game of the Week as Clearview comes to town 7-2 to battle the Brookside Cardinals, who are 3-6. Dave Rivera joined alongside Jaron Viancourt. Thanks for tuning in as we are in the Lang Optical broadcast booth high above the top of 7th Stadium, where you could see the difference, and it's a good one. It's Week 10, and playoff points on the line, as well as conference championships. We're going to talk about Clearview's game that they just played on Tuesday. Yes, that's right. There was a game on Tuesday. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the playoff matchups as they appear right now heading into Week 10. I also have stats for you from the Lorain Morning Journal's Mark Perez-Kraiwani, who does an amazing job here in Lorain County. But you just got done hearing from the coaches in the Coach's Corner presented by Buckeye Community Bank. Today and tomorrow, your partner for growth. We talked to Scott O'Donnell before the game. We let Coach Collier be because of him having 2 games in 1 week. He was swamped with media attention, as you would imagine. Jared, what was your takeaway from talking to Coach Scott O'Donnell as they head into tonight's matchup?
He's looking forward to tonight's matchup, especially with this sophomore class. 21 sophomores. They've really had to step up this year due to the Cardinals' injuries that they have sustained this season, and have really grown as not only a person but with their football skills. And he's really looking forward to see what these sophomores can do tonight in their final season.
On the other side for Clearview, well, they lost on Tuesday night as it was a 7-6 ball game, as it was back and forth. And we'll go into detail about that game, starting with Clearview, as they shocked everybody with an onside kick to open the game. Jared, I'm not sure if it was planned or not, but they executed it to perfection.
Yeah, they did. They lost the toss, and they ended up doing an outside kick to start the game, and it worked to perfection. But Keystone gave them so many chances in that game to win that game, and Clearview could not capitalize. So they're going to have to do that tonight against the Brookside Cardinals. They got to capitalize on the advantage, the things that are presented in front of them.
So Clearview had the onside kick to start the game against Keystone. They got the onside recovery, and then they went down and scored on that first possession as Cy Christensen connected from 30 yards out to Isaiah Garcia. And Clearview led 6-0 at the half as they were able to shut down Keystone's offense and not really give them anything. Now, when the second half came, Keystone got the ball, and they went down and scored on their opening drive of the third quarter, and it was a violent drive headlined by Wyatt McKee.
Yeah, I was going to say, Wyatt McKee got the ball for pretty much that whole drive, and they really couldn't stop the rush the whole second half, and that propelled Keystone to the victory. And that's what Clearview's defense is going to have to do tonight after Tuesday, is adjust the run defensively.
Clearview's D hung in last game against Keystone and gave their offense an opportunity to win at the end of the game, and that's all you ask for as they had 15 seconds left, and they came down and ran a Hail Mary. It was caught. It was completed. And after 19 laterals back, Jared, Keystone ended up winning the game. It was entertaining, as we almost thought Clearview was going to break it. It was almost a California versus Stanford game where the band wasn't on the field, but they could have been with all that chaos.
Right. It kind of reminded me of the longest yard. And, yeah, just an exciting ending. You don't really see that anymore in football. And Clearview had chances to win on Tuesday, just couldn't connect. So let's see if they can come back here tonight against Brookside.
So with that loss, it puts Clearview out of the conference championship, as they're 4-2 now in conference. Keystone is perfect, so the least that they can do if they lose tonight would be a share of the LC8. They play Oberlin tonight. Let's be honest, I don't think they're going to lose to Oberlin tonight. Oberlin's on a 28-plus game losing streak right now. So let's be safe by saying I think Keystone's got the conference locked up heading into tonight. Our pregame show brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance. Shop smart, shop local, shop Stewart's TV and Appliance. The weather conditions tonight, Jared, a little chilly, but rain earlier in the day. But I think we're going to be good for some football.
Yeah, I was really surprised by the showers earlier this morning. And it says 60 degrees here in Sheffield Village, but I'll tell you what, it does not feel like it. There's a nice breeze down at the 50-yard line, and it feels a lot cooler than 60.
Your weather and field conditions are brought to you by Lorain County Clerk of Courts Tom Orlando, a proud sponsor of high school athletics. The field is grass. It is a little worn down in some areas, but for the most part, we see a lot of green and not a lot of mud, so I think it's going to be a fast track, which is probably going to benefit the Clearview Clippers here tonight. Keys to the game, brought to you by Mars Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services of Lorain County. Reminds you to be there for someone struggling with addiction or mental illness. Jared, what do you think the keys to the game are?
The keys for the game start with the Brookside Cardinals. They got to win up front on the offensive line. If they can do that and stop Clearview Clippers' leading offensive production from Isaiah Garcia, Josiah Longo, if they can stop those two guys, stop their offensive power, win the battles defensively, they can get the victory tonight. Clearview, on the other hand, the keys for them is to get the victory tonight, obviously, but make sure you rest your guys. You have a playoff game next week. You want to make sure you don't want to overwork them playing 2 games.
We're going to take a quick break while we do the national anthem. So this is the alma mater right now, and then they'll get the national anthem here. Your national anthem is brought to you by Lorain County Prosecutor J.D. Tomlinson. Stay safe, Lorain County. Thank you, Brookside Marching Band, as we got to hear the alma mater as well as the national anthem, as we're about 8:20 away from kicking this thing off. We got to tell you about the coin toss, as Clearview won and deferred. So Brookside will receive our coin toss, brought to you by Lorain County Visitors Bureau, celebrating 200 years together. The captains that went out there for that coin toss for the Brookside Cardinals: Tyler Kitzberger, Nick Ara, Alex Ara, and Zaire Marn. Your captains for the Clippers: Isaiah Garcia, Josiah Longo, Montez Sanchez Miller, and Quentin Lewis. Your captains are brought to you by Jamie's Carpet Shop. Shopping made simple. Let's take a look at the referees for tonight's matchup, as they're going to be very important here all throughout the night. Referee Michael Muzichenko, umpire Eric Garcia, linesman Philip Smith, line judge Paul Mazzola, back judge Marlon Henson, and center judge William Costello. Your referee crew is brought to you by Justin Miller Esquire, serving all your legal needs. So Jared, as 7 minutes away from kickoff here, both teams back in the locker room preparing for the final game of the season. And let's talk about that. You're a wrestler. I played football. What was it like going on the mat that final time when you knew that this was it?
It sucked.
Yeah, and a lot of emotions obviously running through, and just trying to soak it up and enjoy the last moments that you have here.
Yeah, especially for the Clearview Clippers' sake. This is your last regular season game as a senior, and then you get into playoffs, and you really want to have a big playoff run, especially your senior year. So a lot of line on for Clippers fans here heading down the stretch.
And on the other side, for your Brookside Cardinals, obviously they have some seniors that this is going to be the last time they take the field. And this season didn't go as they would have liked this year, but they did have some bright spots, and the future is going to be bright, as we talked about the 21 sophomore class, and led by Mason Wechter at quarterback, along with a lot of other pieces and parts. But the seniors that put their blood, sweat, and tears into this Brookside Cardinals program, who are going to be suiting up for the last time. And I can remember it as a player, some 30-plus years ago. It was emotional. You try to stay focused on the game, but then you're thinking about, this is the last time walking out of this locker room. This is the last time suiting up with your brother.
Right.
All those good things. Your last team meal. Your last pregame speech. I mean, we can go on and on with the last, but
senior photos too.
Yeah, emotions are going to be high, as they acknowledged all the seniors here for the fall sports for the Brookside Cardinals, and they had quite a turnout here tonight, as it's a packed stadium here at Sevitz Field as we get ready to get things going, and playoffs are on everybody's mind as they're right around the corner next week. Right now, 11 of the 17 teams are positioned to make the playoffs this year. Jared, what is your take about this season as we get ready for the playoffs? Who surprised you, maybe good or bad?
I think who really surprised me was Black River. Black River's schedule, obviously being the LC8, is very tough, and they're looking to get in with a 500 record, which I didn't even think Black River would get to a 500 record, to be honest, this season. So they have really surprised me. I mean, obviously the SWC has been stacked this year. Obviously expected Avon Lake to get in, North Ridgeville, Olmsted Falls, all those good teams. So both conferences representing Lorain County very well this season.
And you talk about Black River. Let's dive deeper into them since they're an LC8 school. We've seen them look absolutely terrible, absolutely great, and then kind of just So we almost don't know what to expect out of Black River as they're taking on Columbia tonight in a game that you can listen to on WOBLradio.com. But here's the interesting fact, Jared. If those two teams are matched up again next week to play each other like they are for Week 11, it would work out to be the same way, as Black River would be on the road. Columbia would be hosting their first-round playoff game no matter what, as they're the number 4 seed. But can you imagine playing the same team 2 weeks in a row in the conference?
It's hard beating a team twice, yet alone facing them in back-to-back weeks.
Yep, and conference opponents adds a whole nother layer to that. So that's an interesting one as we talk about some of the teams in the playoffs, and we can just start from the top. I mean, with the big boys in Division I, Region 1, Lorraine has locked up a playoff berth as right now they're at number 7, which means they would host a playoff game at home, and right now they would be taking on Findlay, who is the number 10 seed in Division I, Region 1. As far as your Division II, Region 6 goes, because that's where most of our teams are in the area in Lorain County, Avon would be taking on Fremont Ross in a 1 versus 16 matchup. Jared, how interesting could that possibly be?
I think that's just going to be another business as usual for Avon.
But take a look at this. Just it goes to show you how tough this division is. The 16 seed is 4-5. I mean, normally you see 16 seeds at like 1-9,
right,
getting into the playoffs. But a 16 seed in Fremont Ross, who historically is always good, the Little Giants always putting a good team together.
And Fremont Ross, they have a tough division near the Toledo area. They got to deal with Toledo Whitmer, Perrysburg, Toledo St. Francis. So they have a tough division in their own right. They have a tough schedule.
Avon Lake right now is matched up to play Cleveland Rhodes. North Ridgeville would be taking on Toledo St. Francis de Sales. And here's an interesting fact, Jared. Olmsted Falls is lined up to play Amherst, another rematch scenario, another conference foe that could happen in Week 11.
And Amherst is taking on North Ridgeville tonight. Obviously, they're not favored in that game, but if the cards do come to Olmsted Falls' favor, I guess, since they're the higher seed, they might get Amherst in Week 11.
Division III, Region 10 looks like this. You have one representative as Midview will be on the road taking on Parma Padua. In Division 4, Region 14, Clearview, who is playing here tonight, would be hosting Napoleon tonight, who is a number 13 seed at 4-5. Vermilion, also in the same region, would be hosting Ottawa Glandorf. And then if you move down to Division 5, Region 18, Keystone, your LCA champion, they're going to be hosting Archbald as they sit at number 6. And then your last two teams that qualify for the playoffs as of right now, Division 6, Region 21 is going to be Black River taking on Columbia, who they are playing each other tonight. So that's your playoff scenario, and we'll talk about the matchups tonight. I have all of those for you as well, and got some stats we can sprinkle in throughout the game. We're getting ready for our opening kickoff as Clearview is on the field. I do not see Brookside yet. There we go. Here come the cards.
Wearing the black jerseys with the red trim, showing out the pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Absolutely. Last game in the month of October. It's also Halloween coming up next week. I can't wait. I'm going to get a lot of candy.
I'm going to eat a lot of candy. I'm not going to get, I'm going to eat.
Yes. Well, I actually have to take my grandson trick-or-treating to get that candy, so.
Wear your costume, Dave.
I'm going to be a grandpa. That's what I'm going to be for Halloween this year. So my grandson's going to go trick-or-treating. He's Pluto. He's got his costume already picked out. And I will just be chaperoning and walking him around. And then taking all the chocolate. That's what I enjoy. Snickers, to be exact.
You can't go wrong with a good white chocolate Hershey's Oreo.
Man,
I mean,
hey, with the price of chocolate right now, guys, I don't think we're going to be seeing any white chocolate Oreo cookies and cream bars this year.
As long as it's the motto, as long as it's edible, I'm eating it.
I don't know if you guys have seen the memes going around social media, but they're showing packs of candy for $25. You know, your basic peanut M&Ms and Mars blend.
It's 2024, not 2040. What is this?
Yeah, I feel bad with inflation, how outrageous that has gotten. But that's a whole other story as we get you ready for football. And opening kickoff brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Kick off your future with LCCC. Dave Rivera and Jared Viancourt going to be here with you all night long from Sevitt Stadium. hopefully we get to see the scoreboard a lot, as looks pretty good with those WOBL Media Group signals up there.
Oh, yeah.
So kicking off for the Clippers is going to be Ethan Gifford. I believe that's 54, right? Yep. And we have a flag, as it looks like it's going to be offsides to start things off, not how Clearview wanted to. Yep.
That kind of looked like dodgeball right there in gym class. You throw it right to the kid, and he just catches it. But in this sense, it was a kick instead of a throw. Great field position for Brookside to start out.
So Brookside's going to. Are they going to make them kick again, or are they just going to take the penalty? They're going to make them kick again, guys.
And that's interesting because Brookside would start at their own 45-yard line. And that was the shortest kick I think I've ever seen in my life, Dave. That was 1 second.
He definitely missed. I think he missed some of it. So the penalty on the opening kickoff, not what they wanted.
Scott O'Donnell must really trust in his special teams to start out here tonight.
Yeah, what you got to lose? I think you're going to see a lot of loose play calling, a lot of
more shots downfield.
Yeah, let's make something happen today, as this is Brookside's last game, and they're going to give it everything they can to win it. So Gifford's going to kick it again, and this one is another low-line driver. It's going to be received by the Cardinals, and he's got some room to run right up the middle, and a great return by the Cardinals. As I don't have a number, Jared, do you?
I believe that was Alex Era.
So we'll give Alex Era credit for that kick return to start things off.
And Scott O'Donnell's rolled the dice, worked out, got better field position than when they first started with that penalty. So they're going to start at the 43-yard line.
Absolutely.
Mason Wegner controlling this offense for Brookside after taking over for the injured Nick Era this season. 47 completions out of 89 attempts. Good for 52.8%. 5 interceptions, 2 touchdowns.
We'll get to the starting lineups here in a minute as Tyler Kitzberger gets the handoff on the left-hand side, and he gets a first down and more on his first carry of the game, as he's going to rip it down to the 19-yard line.
And this should be interesting tonight because, as we stated, it's the storyline of Lorain County this week. Clearview playing 2 games in 1 week. How is that going to affect their toughness and their physicality on both sides of the ball?
So that was a gain of 23, Jared, on the run, as we have a short pickup there. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Maybe a loss of 1 is where they're going to mark it. So 2nd and 11 on the 1-yard loss. Wechter, your quarterback, in the shotgun set. He's got Kitzberger alongside him, and in motion is Colton Casey. And Kitzberger is going to take the ball on the left-hand side and pick up a few. So gain of 2 on that run.
Should be interesting tonight, Dave. We don't have our binoculars with us, but red numbers.
I'm having
numbers.
a heck of a time trying to spot it, honestly.
Especially with the black jerseys, it sure doesn't help.
And I'm thinking I'm going to have to open this window up even a little bit more, especially with the glare from the lights on the window. So Wechter in the shotgun set's going to drop and pass, and his first pass attempt is incomplete, intended for Colton Casey, as it is a little bit outside.
Trying to get a short gain there, try to move the yardage a little bit. The out route to Casey just off target, a little overthrown.
So it's going to bring up a 4th and 9, and I don't think you're going to see a lot of punting tonight, ladies and gentlemen, either, which is good.
Tyler Kitzberger is the punter for Brookside. He's got 26 punts this year.
Oh, you're not going to see him punt. You're going to see him running a lot. And we have a penalty flag, as we have, it looks like some movement by the Cardinals. It's going to back them up.
And we probably won't see Brookside Cardinals kicker Noah Atkins either. He's just kicked 2 field goals this season out of 4 attempts. His longest is 33 yards. He's been a perfect 17 for 17 on PATs. But like you said, Dave, Tyler Kitzberger probably won't get a lot of punts tonight, and I don't think Noah Atkins will get a lot of kicks either.
Noah, the homecoming king a few weeks ago. Congratulations to him, as well as Bree Slaughter, winning homecoming queen. Wechter back to throw, and that's almost picked off, as that was Montez Sanchez Miller. So with that incomplete pass, is going to be a turnover on downs.
And here comes Cy Christensen, 120 completions out of 183 attempts, 3 interceptions, 66 completion percentage, has 16 touchdowns for 1,680 yards.
So Cy Christensen's going to get the ball and hand it off on the right-hand side. I don't know if it was Lentilli or Longo. Pick up a 3 on that run. We'll give it to Longo, or Lentilli on the run, Jared. Motion man for Clearview. And pitch is going to go to J.G. Hill on the outside. He's got a block, and he's got some room to run as J.G. makes his way out of bounds with a pickup of about 6 on that pass.
J.G. Hill comes in with 4 touchdowns this season, 38 receptions for 481 yards. Really a big unit for this offensive Clippers squad.
We seen J.G. a few weeks ago, and he had 2 touchdowns on the night. He was also our Zabel Apparel Player of the Game, as Lentilli puts his head down and picks up the first down for the Clippers.
And Lentilli, really the workhorse of this rushing offense for the Clippers. Coming in today, he had 100 carries compared to Josiah Longo and Cameron Williams, who have just under 50 carries this season.
And what do we got? Timeout already?
Cy Christensen with an 8-yard run.
Cy Christensen. That play happened so fast, I completely missed it. So they're going to give Cy 6 yards on the run. Brings up a 2nd and 4. As Clippers using some tempo, and they get back to the line of scrimmage real fast, and that's Lentilli again. Doesn't get anywhere as it's a no gain. Third and 4 now. Handoff up the middle. Lentilli picks up the first down there.
Talk about him being a workhorse. That's already his 4th carry in this game.
Let's talk about the tempo, Jared, because when we seen them on Tuesday night, it was not this tempo.
Yeah, they were much slower on Tuesday against Keystone than right now. They are moving very quick.
Shotgun, snap, Christensen going deep. He's got a receiver on the outside. It's complete. And I don't have a number for you, as it might be J.G. Hill. 11, all right, so that's Chapman, Tyler Chapman.
Tyler Chapman under reception from Cy Christensen.
So That was a big one there. Down to the 6-yard line. Did you get the yardage on that one, Jared?
40 yards.
40-yard pitch and catch. And the play there from Lentilli goes nowhere as Clearview looking to push the tempo and get this first score of the night. Christensen, handoff. It's blown up immediately by Brookside, and I think that was Marn. Yep, Zaire Marn come through and blew that play up immediately for a loss. Christensen under pressure, rolls, throws in the end zone, and it's caught from 9 yards out.
9 yards, Clearview touchdown pass from Christensen to number 11.
So that's Tyler Chapman again. With a 9-yard TD pass for a touchdown. And Clearview scores on their first possession as they push the tempo that whole drive, and it seemed to work.
Cy Christensen doing a good job of avoiding the initial pressure, rolling out to his right, and finding Chapman in the corner of the end zone for their first score.
Two-point conversion goes to Cam Williams, and he's in for 2.
Clearview 2-point conversion is good by number 20, Cam Williams. And with 6:56 remaining in the first quarter, the score is Clearview 8.
So Clearview 8-0 is your score after the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll see what Brookside can do. Let's give you your scoring drive recap, as it was 10 plays, 71 yards, capped off by a 9-yard touchdown pass from Cy Christensen to Tyler Chapman. 2-point conversion is good from Cam Williams. It's 8-0 as your drive. Your scoring drive brought to you by Valley Chevy. Keep driving with Valley Chevy in Wellington and Valley Ford in Huron. So Clearview pushed tempo in that first possession, and it paid off for them. Here come the Cards on their second attempt, as another good kickoff return is going to have the Cards starting at their own 45.
Cardinals have done really good so far here tonight against the Clippers on special teams. Let's see if they can get their offense going and get a score. We'll start out at the 45-yard line.
So Brookside had a couple good plays, well, especially the big run by Tyler Kitzberger early for 23 yards, and then kind of things sputtered from there. Let's see if they're able to build here on the second possession, as the Cardinals come out with their pink socks tonight, representing breast cancer awareness. Mason Wechter, your quarterback, is going to drop back to pass, and he's throwing, and miscommunication as a little bit over the receiver's head. I think one receiver stopped, and the other receiver came over the middle, but it was uncatchable for Colton Casey. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
And I think his pass was intended there for Alex Era.
But he stopped.
He cut to the right
instead
of continued to go straight down the sideline, and that's what brought up the confusion and the incompletion.
So let's see what the Cards are able to do here on this second down play. 2nd and 10, 6:44 to go. Handoff's going to go to Kitzberger, who picks up some hard gained yards.
And Tyler Kitzberger, one of the seniors on this Brookside Cardinals squad, playing in his final game tonight. There's got to be some emotions going through with him.
Absolutely. 3rd and 7 now for the Cards. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They have a halfback on the right side. Handoff's going to go to Kitzberger, who picks up a few yards before he's corralled by some of the Clippers. Led by Josiah Longo, a 2-time All-State defensive end.
And Tyler Kitzberger did a good job of holding on to that ball. Those Clippers defenders surrounding him were trying to strip that, get a nice turnover, but did a good job of holding on to that, setting up 4th down and 5 at the 50.
2-yard gain there for Kitzberger. It's 4th and 5. I think the Cards are going to punt it now.
Kitzberger does have 2 punts inside the 20 this year. He would love to do that right here.
He's making sure the protection is tight, as we're going to get, I think, too many men on the field as the refs are counting illegal substitution on Brookside.
Illegal substitution on your Cardinals. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to remain 4th down.
Cardinals go back to the sideline. It almost makes you think that there was a trick play being called there or something.
Yeah,
Jared?
maybe they thought they were going to do a trick play.
Listen,
now,
hey, Coach, you still want us to do that trick play?
Or do we want to punt it?
Here we go. Nice kick there by Tyler Kitzberger. And it's going to go out of bounds right about the 25-yard line.
Well, we saw Brookside against Black River a couple weeks ago, and Brookside lucked out on special teams. They fumbled the snap on the punt, and they ended up getting the 1st down. So maybe it was something similar to that, and then the penalty happened, and then they obviously decided to kick it. Who knows?
So Clippers going to take over on their own 29-yard line. Cy Christensen, your quarterback. Next to him is Longo in the backfield. And you got one receiver on the right and a bunch formation on the left. Tight to the line there, Jared.
Yeah, interesting being so close to the lineman.
And we have a false start, as looks like one of those receivers jumped a little early.
And I think the victim there is Devin Jackson, number 3, throwing his hands up in frustration.
Those guys were going to be integral in blocking in that play, and I think they tried to get an early jump and got whistled.
And Devin Jackson for this Clearview Clippers offense, he's going to be one of the leaders coming into next season. Only a sophomore. J.G. Hill and Isaiah Garcia are both seniors. So him and Tyler Chapin, both sophomores, are going to have to step up next season.
Longo handoff on the right-hand side, and he's going to be brought down. That's going to be Ara. As Alex Ara brings him down. And we have a flag. We'll see what that is. Sideline warning on Brookside. So a loss of 1 there for Longo. Second and 11. 4:30 to go here in this first quarter. Christensen, the quarterback. Pitch on the right-hand side to Longo. Cuts it up. And he's going to be brought down. Zaire Marn. And we have another flag. Let's see what this one is.
And I think this was after the play.
Unsportsmanlike for talking is what the referee just signaled.
And I'm not sure who committed the unsportsmanlike.
Garcia was
penalty.
over there. So I'm wondering if Garcia said something to the ref, because the play went the opposite way.
Yeah, because the ref on the left side did throw the flag. Yeah, you're right.
It was almost like Garcia said something to him. 3rd and 11 now for the Clippers. Clearview's going to bring 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And in the backfield is still Josiah Longo next to Christensen. Cy drops back, looks on that right-hand side. And incomplete. And we have another flag, so it looks like it's going to be a pass interference.
And I believe that's going to be Andy Bilsko on the pass interference penalty. Either that or holding. It looked more like a hold to me, but either way, it's going to cost the Cardinals 4th down.
Flag is defensive pass interference on Brookside.
So pass interference is the call here on the field as they march the ball up.
And it's going to remain 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and manageable now, as it's about 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7 is where they mark it. So here comes Clearview. Sy drops back, passes to Garcia over the middle, and it's caught. Nope, it's not caught. He dropped it. Looked like he had it until he hit the ground. And now he's holding his knee, which hopefully there's nothing serious there.
And I think he just...
Yep. I don't know if it got stuck in the grass there, Jared, or what happened.
Yeah, it looked like he landed on the hard grass and on the dirt. He ran a great route. He cut in front of the corner, Matthew Kostafros, but it just dropped the ball, couldn't complete the process of the catch, and hopefully he's all right.
R.J. Williams punting for Clearview.
That's also Cy Christensen's first incompletion on the day.
So we're going to see a punt here from Clearview. As Brookside almost gets to it, it's going to take a Clearview roll, as this is going to go all the way down to about the 24-yard line. So Cardinals defense steps up there as they stop Clearview from scoring and are now going to get the ball back for their 3rd possession of the game.
Help administer the game. Without all of you, we could not provide this opportunity to our student athletes and fans. Thank you for the hard work and support you give to Brookside Athletics.
Let's take a look at the Cardinal starting lineup, brought to you by Vans Auto and Tire Repair. Your trusted local auto repair and tire shop. Left tackle Carter Schuster, left guard Michael Borgman, center Elliot Dore, right guard Zaire Marn, right tackle Ryan Alba, quarterback Mason Wechter, wide receiver Colton Casey, running back Tyler Kitzberger, and wide receiver Alex Ara. Give you the Clipper D here in a second as they just jumped off sides, so yeah, penalty on them.
And you got to wonder if there's some frustration coming into from the game from Tuesday. Obviously, the Clearview Clippers didn't get the points they wanted offensively, and you got to wonder if that's leading to some frustration and some early costly penalties here tonight.
Their Clipper defense, I don't know if that was a fumble or a quick snap, but whatever it wasn't very effective, as it looks like a scrum there on the bottom. And a penalty flag, or no, it wasn't a penalty, it was just a...
Tyler Kitzberger was on the carry. He did fumble the ball, but Cardinals do a good job of falling on top of it.
Yeah, that was no gain for Kitzberger there on the run. Clipper D looks like this. Josiah Longo, defensive end. Manny Moore, defensive tackle. Josiah Augusto, defensive tackle. Defensive end, Montez Sanchez Miller. Let's get you ready for this play. Wechter drops back, throws. It's complete for a 1st down. Got a number there. Is that 11?
That is Matthew Kostropoff, yes.
Your linebackers for Clearview, J.G. Hill, Treston Lentilli, Cameron Williams. Defensive backs, Devin Jackson, Corey Armillion, Isaiah Garcia, and Troy Jones. 1st down for the Cards on that pass play. And nice pickup there for Kitzberger.
Number 1, J.J. Rick.
So 3-yard run there from Trevor Kitzberger brings up a 2nd and 7. As it's been a nice back and forth game here. Cardinals hanging in early. Wechter drops back to throw. And incomplete. Intended for Alex Ara.
And good throw there by Mason Weckner. Alex Ara just not able to corral it and make the catch. He was worried more about the defender and the gridiron in front of him. Took his eyes off the ball there. Costly incompletion.
3rd and 7 now with 2:18 to go here in this first quarter.
If you're Brookside here, you got to get a first down. Still searching for that first one.
Here we go. Cardinals, man in motion. And we have a timeout called by head coach Scott O'Donnell. So we'll take the timeout as well. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week right here on YouTube. Timeouts brought to you by Lorain County Recorder Mike Duran, securing and organizing real estate documents. That's what he does. Scott O'Donnell calling a timeout, wanted to make sure that his cards were all on the same page as they bring up this big 3rd down play. Mason Wechter in the shotgun set, and that's not what you want after a timeout, as a penalty is going to set them back further on this 3rd down.
And Colton Casey got a little eager there.
I bet he was getting the ball. Now they're going to have to change the play as it brings up a different obstacle in front of the Cards. Here comes Wechter. Pump and go across the middle, and it's picked off. That's Devin Jackson. Is that Jackson? No, that's number 9. Is that Devin Jackson?
That is Corey Armeling.
Corey, yep.
And that was a great slant there by Alex Ara. Just wasn't able to make the catch. Deflected off his fingertips and in the hands of Corey Armeling, his 2nd interception of the season.
Corey Armillan is a 5'10", 150-pound junior. And he gets our first turnover of the night.
And that's not Mason Wechter's fault. Nothing he can do about it.
No, right off the hands of the receiver.
Costly turnover for the Cardinals. They could have potentially gotten the first down there.
Clearview starts at their Cardinal 38-yard line. Handoff goes to Cam Williams. Williams off the left-hand side has a convoy, and now he's got some open space as he's dragged down right about the 10-yard line. Huge run there for Cam Williams, the transfer from Firelands.
And that's the first carry we've seen for him tonight, good for 28 yards. What an impressive run after the turnover by the Clippers.
Clippers in the red zone, sponsored by Russell Real Estate Services local agent Steve Lawson, as Justin Lentilli gets the handoff and picks up a few yards.
Tristan Lentilli, that's already his 7th carry for 15 yards.
And touchdown as Lentilli gets in from 5 yards out, as the Clippers are using a quick tempo offense.
And it's working to perfection.
Yep.
They have scored very quickly. Only took them 2 plays to score after that turnover.
Clippers going to go for 2 again. Cam Williams is in motion. Pass is going to go to him, and it's going to be good for another 2-point conversion. Cam Williams' second 2-point conversion of the game. makes it 16-0 in favor of Clearview. Don't go anywhere. I'll give you a scoring drive. It wasn't very long, but we'll give it to you anyways. We'll be right back here on the Lorain County Sports Network on YouTube. Your scoring drive for Clearview. 3 plays, 35 yards, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run from Tristan Lentilli, as Clearview now up 16-0 here in this first quarter of play. They did it through the air and through the ground, and showing you a little bit of everything here, Jared.
Yeah, after the turnover by Corey Armillan.
Corey Armillan with the interception for Clearview sets them up on a short porch, and they execute as the kick is going to be returned from Brookside. And it's going to be brought up to about the 35, 36-yard line, depending on where they spot it.
Coach Casey on the return for Brookside. There's the tackle by number 3, Devin Jackson. Cardinals are going to go first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
We've had so much action in this first quarter, Dave. It feels like it should be the second quarter. Right?
Yeah, I did a double take as well, as this first quarter has been full of action. First and 10 from the 38-yard line is going to be Brookside here on senior night. Wechter, your quarterback at the shotgun, handoff to Kitchberger, up the middle, makes a man miss and gets to the outside before he's brought down. I want to say that's Garcia that made the play. Pickup of 3. Here come the Cards. Hand off to Kitchberger. And Kitchberger's brought down by a few Clippers before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. As stepping up was Zach Young for Clearview.
Zach Young, a dangerous defensive lineman, has already a forced fumble this season and 3 tackles coming into the night.
Give Kitchberger 2 on that run. As it is 3rd and 6 right now with 12 seconds left to go in this first quarter. We'll see if Brookside's able to get it off. 4, 3, 2, 1, and they don't see it. And that's how the end of the first quarter is going to go. 16-0 in favor of Clearview. Don't go anywhere. A lot of football left here on the Lorain County Sports Network on YouTube. So I think a little bit of time management there on the Brookside Cardinals. I thought they wanted to get that play off, Jared, but I don't think the quarterback seen that they were against the clock.
Third down, you don't want to rush a third down play.
Good point.
Especially when the clock is not on your side. So not a bad decision to not run a play towards the end of the first quarter.
They're going to flip fields and see if this way is a better direction for them. As Mason Wechter is your quarterback, and Kitzberger's next to him. He's going to drop back to throw, and he completes it. As it's a nice play there by Bilsko, and Andy's dropped down at about the 27-yard line. Nice pickup there for the Cards. Pickup of how many there, Jared?
That was 35 yards.
All righty. 35-yard pitch and catch there from Mason Wechter to Andy Bilsko, and now the Cards are in business. Handoff, high snap, goes to Kitzberger. He's going to put his head down and get close to a first down there. Pickup of 9.
And this might be the lucky side or something, but Brookside's got some momentum now at 2 great plays in a row.
Here we go. Second and 2 now for the Cards. They're moving the ball here on this possession. Hand off to Kitzberger. Nice cut back, and he's dropped after he picks up the first down, but good vision there by Kitzberger to make a cut and move.
And great block by the right guard, Zaire Marn. Able to really create that hole on that right side and get a big game for Tyler Kitzberger.
Yeah, gain of 7 there on the nice run by Tyler. Used his vision to cut back and pick up some extra yardage. Don't look now. Cardinals moving the ball.
And Brookside would love to get on the board. Last 3 games they've had, they've only been able to score 14 points.
Handoff, a little delay as everybody ran past Kitzberger. He had the ball and was able to make something out of nothing there. Another 4-yard gain there.
For Kitzberger, that's his 12th rush of the game.
2nd and 6 now. 10 minutes on the second quarter clock. Wechter to throw to Bilsko. Wow, ripped away at the last minute as it looked like Bilsko had an easy score into the end zone, and the Clipper defender just ripped the ball out of his hand as incompletion there.
And Brookside is fortunate that that wasn't a catch and then a strip fumble, because if that was the case,
out of the end zone.
that would have been either out of the end zone or a touchback by Clearview. But a great route by Blitzko.
Let's see if Andy Bilsko is able to do the same again. Here we go, Kitzberger, handoff, and still the pile is moving, but it's going to be right at the sticks. He's going to be short. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a long one.
And obviously Brookside's going to go for it here.
Got to.
Best drive they've had all game. Now they just need 1 yard. They're at the 4, so they can get a new set of downs if they can get this yard.
Fourth and 1 now from the 4-yard line as the Cards are in the red zone. Brought to you by Russell Real Estate Services agent Steve Lawson. Handoff to the up man. And I don't think he got it. They got the first down, but definitely didn't get into the end zone. So that'll keep the sticks moving. Picked up 1 there.
If you're Brookside fans and Scott O'Donnell, you'll happily take that. You got a new set of downs.
Did you see who that was?
That was Kitzberger.
Was it Kitzberger again?
Yeah, 2-yard run there by Kitzberger, and he gets to move the chains.
So here we go. Cardinals QB sneak. Touchdown from 3 yards out, Mason Wechter.
And what a great answer by Brookside after Clearview marched down the field after the interception by Corey Armeling. And Brookside a score of their own, and they're right back in this.
So Noah Atkins going to come in for the extra point attempt for Brookside. The kick is up and good. So it's going to be 16-7 now in favor of Clearview as Brookside answers back. We'll take a quick timeout. I'll get your scoring drive ready here on the Lorain County Sports Network and YouTube. That was a 10-play, 62-yard scoring drive, capped off by a 3-yard run by the quarterback Mason Wechter on a QB sneak. Makes it 16-7 now in favor of the Clippers. Your scoring drive brought to you by our good friends at Valley Chevrolet and Valley Ford in Huron. 8:36 to go here in the second quarter clock. Exactly what Brookside needed, Jared, as they come down and put a long scoring drive together.
And now they have to get a defensive stop. Have only stopped the Clippers 2 out of their 3 drives so far here in the early going. So they need to get a big stop and a score to tie this game back up.
No, that's just kicking off for the Cardinals.
So let's see what happens here on this kickoff, brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Kickstart your future with LCCC. Low kick, and it's going to be bobbled by the Clippers. And recovering it there is Troy Jones. As there was a little bit of confusion, he thought the up man was going to get it. The up man let it go, and when he went to get it, he bobbled it, and Brookside was almost there to pick up the recovery. Clearview is going to start back in their own side of the field as they're at the 24-yard line.
Troy Jones is lucky there that he didn't give a costly turnover to Brookside.
Yeah, that would have put the Cards right back into the ball game. Here goes the Clippers and Cy Christensen dropping back to pass. And it's going to be a backward pass that Longo correctly picks up as he loses yardage a lot. Maybe 3. Let's see where they mark it.
And it looked like Christensen, he was hit as he was throwing it, and as we saw the backwards pass, that's a big loss for the Clippers.
2-yard loss on the backward pass as Longo gets back and tries to do what he can with it. 2nd and 12 now for Clearview. Man in motion is J.G. Hill. Handoff goes to Cam Williams. And Williams is going to get stopped and pushed back by a gang of Cardinals.
Williams did that big rush earlier in the game, that 28-yard rush, just a second carry of the game.
Picks up 3 there on the run. 3rd and 9. And they're just getting back to where they started at, Jared, with this possession right here. After that first down play. Christensen's got some pressure coming. He's going to roll out, and it's going to be completed, as that is Corey Armelin.
And Cy Christensen once again rolling out, extending the play, getting the completion and the first down. Really athletic there in the pocket, scrambling out of it as well.
It's actually J.G. Hill, number 9. So it's going to move the sticks as they pick up the first down.
And just poor tackling there by the Brookside defense. Jackson Lido there on the missed tackle.
1st and 10 from the 34 for Clearview. High snap goes to Cam Williams, and Williams takes it off the left-hand side, and he's going to be brought down. as I want to say that's Brody Hamilton. So 6-yard play there by Cam Williams. 2nd and 4 now for Clearview. J.G. Hill's your motion man, and pass is going to go to Isaiah Garcia across the middle as he's brought down. I want to say that's Billsco that tackled him.
Reception by number 6, Isaiah Garcia.
Garcia moves the sticks on back-to-back first downs for Clearview. Here we go, another running play off the left-hand side. That's Longo this time. They got a penalty flag back in the backfield, so that's always a sign of holding, as that's the call. It's coming back.
First holding penalty we've seen tonight, and that cost the Clippers there of a first down. And really, up to this point, we've had a few false start penalties, but other than that, we've had some pretty clean football here in the first half.
Yeah.
And I understand, you know, Clearview playing 2 games in 1 week, that's tough on any football team, but I still thought Cy Christensen would be throwing it a little bit more here in the early going. Just 7 throws so far.
So we talked about Clearview playing 2 games in 1 week, and a little trivia question coming up for you here soon. As Longo takes the handoff on the right-hand side, and he's going to be close to a first down with a pickup. We have an injured Cardinal. So, Jared, going back to some trivia, who do you think the last team was to play 2 games in 1 week here in Lorain County? And surprisingly, it didn't happen too long ago, as it was just 2019 when the last team did it. Got a guess?
Your guess is good as mine. That is the year I graduated high school. I wasn't going to football games. I was focusing on wrestling.
So it was the Brookside Cardinals who actually played 2 games in 1 week, as they did it back in 2019, as they had a rain game rescheduled. They played Cleveland JFK on a Saturday and then played Oberlin that next Friday.
Interesting.
So in case you're looking for some trivia here in Lorain County, there you go. The last team to play 2 games in 1 week was these Brookside Cardinals back in 2019. Clearview doing it again here tonight, as they played Tuesday against Keystone and lost 7-6. While they work on an injured card, we're going to take a timeout. You're listening and watching the Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week. Injured card being helped off of the field is Brody Hamilton, a 5'11", 200-pound sophomore who's been a bright spot all season long for these Cards. Never like to see that, as he's being helped off the field, not putting any pressure on that ankle. Brings up a 2nd and 12 now here for Clearview. Man in motion is Longo. Thought about passing to him, sets up the screen on the backside to Lentilli, and he's got room to run. First down, Clearview, as a late flag comes out, and we'll see what that is. But initial play will be good for a first down.
And it was thrown just as the tackle was made.
I didn't see anything dirty about the tackle, but
Maybe an illegal block in the back.
Yeah. Blindside block by Clearview. It's going to bring the play back.
Foul. Blindside block on Clearview.
And I'm just noticing this now, but our head official is very tall. I don't know why I'm saying that now. I just noticed it when he made that call.
I'll tell you that I think he's also a basketball coach. That's Michael Muschenko, who I deal with all basketball season. I believe that's him that's out there as well, and he is a pretty tall gentleman.
I am a small fry, so I'd be looking up on him like, what's up?
2nd and 15 now on the penalty. Backs Clearview up to the 47. And now here is Lentilli, who is going to pick up some good yardage there, which I didn't think he got close to a first down, but he's about 2-3 yards shy.
Lentilli had a good stiff arm, and then Tyler Chapman set up that block on that right side. Set up a nice gain there by Lentilli and this Clippers offense.
Yeah, they give him 11 on that run there, Jared. 3rd and 4 with 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter as Brookside's cut into this lead now, just a one-possession game. Clearview not using the tempo like they did on their first 2 scoring possessions. Cy Christensen rolls out and throws. That's J.G. Hill. Good enough for a first down.
Christensen's pass is complete to number 9.
And just a simple crossing route by J.G. Hill to get that first down. That's his 3rd catch in the campaign for 32 yards heading into this game. And, Dave, I think the reason you're seeing a much slower pace here by Clearview is they want to drain the clock because they get the ball to start the second half.
So methodically, Clearview driving down the field. Your man in motion's long go. Handoff goes to Cam Williams, and Williams puts his head down and picks up some positive yardage there. So gain of 3 there on the run.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 for Clearview.
3:20 to go here in the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. Our Health Markets halftime show is coming up next, brought to you by local insurance agent Jeff Allison in Amherst. It's enrollment season, guys. If you need insurance, what are you waiting for? Give Jeff Allison a call. Pass deep into the end zone. Touchdown from 24 yards out. Tyler Chapman is good.
And for Tyler Chapman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, he just simply beat Matthew Kostroff on that right side, beat him one-on-one man coverage, and an easy touchdown for Cy Christensen in this offense.
Clearview likes to go to the one receiver on the opposite side who's in man coverage. They almost use him as a decoy when they put multiple receivers on the opposite side. Side does a good job of looking off the receiver and coming back. As 24 yards out, and Christensen strikes again. 2 passing touchdowns so far to Tyler Chapman, who's making a case for our Zabo Apparel player of the game already. Longo gets the handoff, and he's going to put his head down, and still fighting. He doesn't get it. He's going to be stopped. So 2-point conversion is no good for Clearview. It's going to keep the score 22-7 as we get ready to go with 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week. Well, that was a long scoring play, Jared, as it was 11 plays covering 76 yards, capped off by a 24-yard touchdown pass from Cy Christensen to Tyler Chapman, as Chapman has 2 touchdowns receptions on the night. Came into the game with just 3 on the year. He might be doubling up his whole season right now.
And just a sophomore.
Scoring drive brought to you by Valley Chevy in Wellington and Valley Ford in Huron. Kickoff goes out of bounds. It's going to set the Cards up with some good field possession here with the final 3 minutes to go, as it's back to a 2-possession ball game. So, Brookside's going to get the ball here.
Brookside has elected to back up the Clippers 5 yards, and we're going to try to kick it.
Oh, they're going to re-kick it instead of taking the penalty. As I don't blame them, because the Cards have been having some good kick returns, and eventually they're going to break one here. Is what the thought process is for Coach Scott O'Donnell.
And we saw that at the beginning of the game. They had an offsides penalty, and they had great field position, but they still wanted them to kick it again.
And it worked in their favor as they were able to double down. Your kicker is Ethan Gifford for Clearview, as there's been a lot of talk about filling that position over the last week or so.
And we saw him doing some warm-up kicks before the game started, but still elect to go for 2.
Gifford, his kick is low. And it's going to take a bounce over the head of Ara, picks it up and going to field it. Gets up to about the 20-yard line. 22 after the push.
Tackled by number 10, Troy Jones.
So 3:06 to go here in the second quarter of action.
23-yard line.
We'll get you stats, courtesy of our friend Al Januzzi CPA. It's all about the numbers. We'll also track down some scores from around Lorain County, as there's a lot of good games going on tonight. Avon Lake happening. Black River Columbia going on right now. Wechter's pass is incomplete.
Wechter's pass is in for number 2 at Andy Bilsko. Incomplete.
We'll also give you a review on what we eat here at Dick Seventh Stadium, as they put together a nice little spread for us. And that's all brought to you by Brian Victor of Howard Hanna. Brian says enjoy the game, as it's a good one here. 22-7 in favor of Clearview. Wechter, your quarterback, drops back to pass, and it's going to be complete. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Wechter's pass is complete to Alex Era.
So Alex Era
Gain of 1.
is your receiver. Brings up a 3rd and 9 with 2:40 to go here. Last regular season game, as we're in week 10. Clearview going to be moving on next week. This will be Brookside's last game of the season. Completion to Colton Casey. As it's going to be short of a first down. Brings up a 4th. See what the Cards want to do here.
That was a good reception there by Casey, but made the wrong decision to try to cut back in the middle of the field instead of continuing to go outside. Had Clippers all in the middle of the field.
Timeout called by Scott O'Donnell, and the Cards will take it as well. Don't go anywhere. 2:08 left here in the second quarter. It's the Lorain County Sports Network game of the week. Timeout called by Cardinals head coach Scott O'Donnell. 4th and 4, a big play here. Want to make sure protection is good as they're in their own territory looking to punt things away. Kitzberger's back to punt. And what do we got now? I don't think he has a mouth guard. He had it in his hand. I don't understand what they did there. He was clearly making the signals, but I guess they wanted him to have the mouthpiece in his mouth.
So it looks like Tyler O'Donnell will do the punting instead.
That's a nice punt there. It's going to be fielded by Garcia on the left-hand side, and he's going to be hit and brought down at the 45-yard line. So Clearview is going to have the ball in Cardinal territory here with the 2-minute drill and 2 timeouts left before the half.
If you're Clearview, you're sitting up pretty here. You can try to get a score to end the half, then you get the ball to start the second half. Icing on the cake if you're the Clippers.
Let's see what both teams are going to do here, as the Cards have been stopping them on the defensive side, and a big stop here would go a long way. Christensen is your quarterback. Man next to him is Tristan Lentilli. A screen pass on the left-hand side to Garcia. And see where they mark him out. Close to a first down, but I think he's a yard short. Nope, they're going to move the stick, so that's a first down there, Jared.
Lentilli's second reception of the game.
First and 10 from the 35 now for Clearview. Pitch to Lentilli on the right-hand side. And Lentilli stays in bounds, going to keep that clock running. He's brought down by a few Cards. Jackson Lotto on the stop. Second and 4 here now. 1:24 to go on the clock. Sy over the head of Garcia, and it's going to stop the clock.
And he had Garcia wide open, just threw that a little bit too high. And that's only the second incompletion by Christensen.
That wind is blowing out there as it was. I don't know if the wind took that or not, Jared, because that thing just really sailed. So 1:18 here on the clock, 3rd and 4. Clearview's going to roll the pocket out. That's Christensen. Ooh, almost picked off there as it's incomplete. Or was it complete, Jared?
Yeah, able to keep his toes in bounds is Jones.
And that was a tricky play because it was almost intercepted. Cardinal defender couldn't have played it any better as he almost came up with the pick there. Clock's running. Here comes Christensen to Tyler Chapman, makes a man miss, cuts back, and now he's got some blockers. This might be a hat trick. It is from 16 yards out. Tyler Chapman, he's got 3 touchdowns on the night, came in with 3 touchdowns all season.
And what a half for Tyler Chapman. 3 touchdowns, 4 receptions for 89 yards. He's having a hell of a first half.
And that was all him as he made some people miss, cut back against the grain, and wasn't going to be denied as Tyler Chapman's feeling it here tonight. He said, "Get my shirt ready, folks." Sophomore, 5'11". They got him at 133 pounds. I don't know about that, but I think he's a little bit heavier. 133, Jared. Christensen with the shovel pass. I don't think he got in. No, he didn't. It's 28-7 now after the failed 2-point attempt with 46 seconds left to go. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll get you ready for this last possession for the Cards. Don't go anywhere. It's Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week. That was a 16-yard pitch and catch from Cy Christensen to Tyler Chapman. They're getting kind of familiar with each other, folks, as that is touchdown number 3 on the night for that duo. Pushes this lead out to 28-7 with 46 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And Clearview will get the ball back to start things off in the third. Here comes the Cards. It's fielded, and there's a running lane up the middle as the Cards are going to get out to almost midfield before they are brought down. And there's still some time to go here. And we got a late penalty flag? Yeah, a couple of them. Maybe that'll be an extra 15 yards for the Cards. Push them up even closer. We'll see what the penalty is as they sort things out.
And with 36 seconds and 2 timeouts, they're going to have great field position to try to get a score before the end of the half.
Yeah, there's a few penalty flags out there, so let's see what they got.
Way to go, baby boy! Woo!
Referees talking it over. Personal foul. Clearview. 15-yard penalty. First down.
And so we're going to have 15-yard penalty from the end of the play.
It's going to set up Brookside with some good field position. They still got 2 timeouts left here, Jared. I think they got time to put something together.
If they can get the completions they need and get out of bounds, absolutely.
Let's see if we can get Andy Bilsko on this left-hand side on the bottom of your screen. Number 2.
It's been there.
Wechter. Here it goes as it is complete. And that is Matthew Castores with the nice reception there. 23 seconds and counting. Picks up 2. Wechter's going to shift his receivers around. And now he goes to Bilsko, and it's complete for a first down.
But not able to get out of bounds.
Nope, they're going to have to call a timeout. So nice play there by Andy to haul it in, pick up the first down. Or no, he's going to be actually a couple yards short. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. As Cardinals talking it over, want to make sure they pick the right play here. $11 seconds left to go. As this drive and possession, see if the Cards are able to chip into this lead. Wechter drops back. Pass is complete to Bilsko. Got 2 feet in bounds just for, in case you didn't see. Gets out of bounds with 6 seconds left. Are they going to trot Atkins out there? I think they are.
And you got 6 seconds left. I think that's the best option.
This is a chip shot for Noah Atkins.
So they're going to mark him at the 12-yard line. So this is going to be a 25-yard field goal.
And now we're going to take a timeout as Brookside wants to talk things over.
Remember, Noah Atkins' longest field goal this season is 33 yards. So this is makeable and in his range.
For sure. Definitely in his wheelhouse. We'll take a quick timeout, too, and we'll be right back to see if Noah Atkins can kick this field goal in.
Our first tune tonight is a throwback to the 2021 pregame show, where our senior class were freshmen. We open our show tonight with Give Me Everything. Our second tune is a band favorite in the CCMB library and a tradition of sorts. Many students have great memories playing this one. We continue our show with Crazy Train. This last tune throws it back to just last year from our beloved disco show. Back for an encore, we close our show with Funky Town. Special thanks to the families and fans of both the Clearview Clippers and the Brookside Cardinals for their support of all of our students tonight. Congratulations to the senior class of 2025 and best wishes to all of our students as we move forward into the postseason. Once again, the 2024 Clearview Clipper Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the field the Brookside Cardinal Marching Band. Here's Cardinal Band being led on the field tonight by the senior class of 2025 and your band president, Lexi Ryder. Tonight, the Cardinal Marching Band will present their annual senior show featuring our amazing band seniors. These songs are some of their favorites from over the past 4 marching seasons. We'd like to introduce you to our wonderful senior band members, Julian Sagnis, Ben Lawrence, Michaela Carricker, Elena Hollingsworth, Mackenzie Jones, Louis Stottlemyre, Max Wyatt, Devin Kingsborough, Cassidy Matiska, Ethan Price, Lexi DeRider, Ariana Swink, Mariah Riviera, Stella Contreras, Maggie Rising, Leilene Mejia, Alanis Nandero. Our first song tonight is a Fallout Boy classic from the 2013 and a traditional Cardinal Band favorite. Here is Line 'em Up. This next song has a message that the seniors would like to leave with the band tonight. Here is Demi Lovato, Confidence. The Cardinal Band will conclude tonight's senior show with Thriller. Gentlemen, and we have some scores from around the area. These are halftime scores. At halftime, Avon 35, Avon Lake 10. Lorraine 27, Maple Heights 12. Keystone 20, Overland 0. Wellington is down to Firelands 28-0.
Welcome back into the Health Markets halftime show presented by local insurance agent Jeff Allison in Amherst. Right now is open enrollment season, guys. If you're uninsured or you have questions about your insurance, give Jeff Allison a call. He will help you out. He will take the time to find the right program for you that fits your financial needs. Health Markets Insurance Agency in Amherst. A local guy, Jeff Allison, there to help you. Give him a call or check him out. healthmarketsinsuranceagency.com. Dave Rivera, Jared Viancourt here with you as it's 28-10 right now in favor of the Clearview Clippers. We are high above the stadium here at Dick Sevitt Stadium. We're in the Lang Optical broadcast booth where you could see the difference. And you can clearly see right now Clearview on a different trajectory than Brookside, as Clearview looking to make the playoffs. Well, they are. And Brookside, well, this is their last game, looking to get another win before they go home. Jared, you got the stats, you got the numbers. It's courtesy of our friend Al Januzzi, CPA. Let's hear them.
All right, let's start with the Clearview Clippers. 17 carries for 97 yards to start out the first half, highlighted by Tristan Lentilli. 10 carries for 37 yards, along with that 5-yard touchdown run. Receiving-wise, it's been all Tyler Chapman. 4 receptions for 89 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the whole receiving core as a whole for the Clippers, 11 receptions for 150 yards. Cy Christensen, 11 completions out of 13 attempts with 3 touchdowns for 150 yards. Clippers total offense, 30 plays, 247 yards. As for the Cardinals, 15 for 59 on the ground, most of that by Tyler Kitzberger for 14 carries for 56 yards. Also highlighted by their receiving core, 7 receptions for 73 yards, really started to pick up towards the end of the first half. Highlighted by Andy Blitzko, 3 receptions for 56 yards. And Mason Weckner, 7 completions out of 14 attempts with an interception for 73 yards. A total of 29 plays for 132 yards for the Brookside Cardinals.
All right, giving you some scores from around Lorain County, as right now Columbia leads Black River 21-8. Keystone is shutting out Oberlin right now 20-0. Firelands blanking the Dukes of Wellington 28-0. North Ridgeville topping Amherst right now 14-7. Avon is beating up on Avon Lake right now 35-10 in the battle for the Silver Rail. Olmsted Falls leading Midview 17-10. Berea Mid-Park in a close one with Elyria. Can the Pioneers get off the schneid and win one game this year? As right now it's 13-7 in favor of Berea Mid-Park. EC looking to win 2 games in a row as they are shutting out Brush right now 26-0. Lorain leads Maple Heights 27-12 in the battle for the Lake Erie League Championship. And Vermilion on top of Bellevue right now 6-0. Those are your scores from around Lorain County as we get you ready for the second half kickoff here from Brookside High School. Uh, 35-10, Avon is beating Avon Lake. Not much of a rivalry game tonight.
Not anymore.
Talking to Mayor Bob Markovich here from Sheffield Village as he is here watching the game with us. Let's see if Brookside defense can stand up as they're going to be kicking the ball off to Clearview here to start things off. And another bobbled kickoff. And it's fallen on by the Clearview Clippers as that's Montez Sanchez Miller. That's happened twice now in this game, Jared.
Yeah, and Sanchez Miller just kind of stuck his hand out. He didn't really attempt to grab that ball. It almost cost him a turnover here to start the second half. Can't be lackadaisical, especially with a big lead.
So Clearview's going to start the ball 1st and 10 from their own 25. Cy Christensen. Man in motion is Jackson. Handoff goes to Lentilli, and Lentilli has a big hole on that right-hand side. He's brought down by Colton Casey of the Cards, but not after a 12-yard pickup.
And that was a game-saving touchdown right there by Colton Casey with the tackle. Luckily, able to stop that drive from Lentilli.
Here we go. Another handoff to Lentilli. Same play, it looked like, on the right-hand side. And he puts his head down. Same result, another first down.
And they're really working that right side there. Manny Moore and Anthony Lanchman on that right side really creating those holes for Lentilli.
Got a Cardinal down. That sure looks to be okay. He's going to try to walk it off on his own. As Elijah Gomez is the Cardinal that's walking off under his own power, so that's good to see. So here come the Clippers. 1st and 10, back-to-back first downs on 2 Lentilli runs. Tristan Lentilli, a 5'10", 180-pound junior. Pass to the flat. Looks like Jackson. As he's going to pick up good yardage, close to a first down.
And that's Jackson's first reception of the game. Good for 8.
Yeah, 8-yard gain there. Here we go, 2nd and 2 for Clearview now. Low snap, it's dug out by Christensen. Tyler Chapman's got another, just barely. As he reached out for another touchdown, and he was brought down right at about the 1-yard line. As making the stop was Noah Munoz.
And I'll tell you what, Tyler Chapman is really feeling the slant routes today.
That's it. Simple play calling here from Clearview as the backside post has been working well. Lentilli in for a touchdown from 3 yards out.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And Clearview just marches down the field very quickly for the score.
Yeah, we'll give you your scoring drive here shortly as we wait to see if Clearview goes for 2 or attempts the extra point. And it looks like they're going to go for 2.
And I know if you're Clearview, you don't really have an essential kicker, but why not? Got a big lead.
Try to get some practice in? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
Ethan Gifford has 7 extra points this year.
Cam Williams gets stopped. He's brought down by a few cards. They said not up in here. So it's going to make it 34-10 after the touchdown. We'll take a quick break, and then I'll give you your scoring drive right here on Lorain County Sports Network. Your scoring drive looks like this. 5 plays covering 75 yards, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run by Tristan Lentilli for Clearview. And extra or 2-point conversion is no good. It's 34-10. As Clearview goes right down the field and scores on their first possession of the third quarter. Ethan Gifford, your kicker for the Clips. And kick is bobbled and received by the Cards. Is I want to say that's Ara. Yep. Nick Ara with the return. That's Alex Ara, excuse me. Nick, who's still battling injury, had played quarterback early in the season. He is dressed, but that's only because it's senior night and they wanted him to take part in the festivities, being a captain and all. but he is not expected to play here tonight in this final game. So that was the younger era brother with the kickoff return, and they're going to start from their own 33 is the Cards. Wechter, handoff, Kitzberger, and Kitzberger is tackled by Cam Williams for a few yards. 3-yard run there from Tyler Kitzberger, who's been a workhorse all season long, Jared. I mean, really just carrying the load all year.
Yeah, 15 carries here tonight. He's going to have over 100 carries for the season when it's all said and done. Came in with a 79 today.
Wechter passes, and that's Bilko who lost the handle on. It's going to be an incomplete pass. It was never a fumble. He never had it.
And Brookside has had good opportunities in the passing game today. They just
There's no way. They just called this a fumble. There's no way. He never had possession of that ball. It's too bad there's not instant replays because you could definitely use one here.
We need to show them our film.
I don't know. Maybe Cardinal TV has instant replay we could check out. That was definitely not a catch and a fumble like they're ruling it. But
that was like Minnesota and the Rams last night with that face mask call in the end zone. That's the equivalent of that right there.
And the guy who called it was behind the play.
Either way, Brookside's offense has had a lot of costly drops tonight, and that was another one right there. Not a fumble.
All righty. Here we go. Handoff to Josiah Longo on the left-hand side. He's got room to run. And first down, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at right around the 20. Stops the clock with 9:07 to go. Josiah Longo getting some carries now as Lentilli was the workhorse last drive. This time it's Cam Williams who's going to break out of the tackle, and now he's brought down as Ayer Marn says, you're going to go down right here. Cam Williams was fighting his way, and he wasn't going to be denied.
And great effort by Williams to try to turn nothing into something, but just great relentless tackling by the Brookside defense.
That's a 6-yard loss there on the stat sheet for Cam Williams. Longo and Williams are in the backfield with Christensen. Chapman, your lone receiver, on the bottom of the screen. There's Longo in motion. Screen set up. J.G. Hill on the left-hand side. He's going to get around the corner and close to the sticks, but I think he's going to be a few yards short. And he's going to stay in bounds to keep that clock rolling. So another big gain there. 11 yards on the pass play to J.G. Hill. Here we go, Longo. And he's met in the backfield, and then a few Cardinals jump on him for a good stop there as Brookside denies the first down. Brings up a 4th down here.
And this is the first 4th down territory we've seen from Clearview tonight.
4th and 4 now for the Clippers. Lentilli back in the game. Sy in the shotgun. Sy has got to do something. Cards get to him. Sack. Andy Bilsko from the cornerback position comes up and gets the sack.
That's Bilsko's first sack of the season, and boy, was it a big one.
Heck yeah. As the phantom fumble does not come back to hurt the Cards, as they were able to step up and stop that drive there. Good play there by Brookside. (34-10) is your score right now. 7:04 to go here in this third quarter. Mason Wechter is missing a player, I think. Yeah, they're short of linemen. He's trying to get another guy out here. They better hurry up because they're going to have to use a timeout if they don't. Better hurry. Everybody's waving him on, and he's still standing there like, should I go in, coach? And now they're going to have to call a timeout.
Yeah, that was Elijah Gomez trying to hustle to that line.
Not sure where the confusion was. They get it all figured out now. They're going to get the timeout just to make sure everybody's in the right positions. It's 1st and 10 now. So some scores from around Lorain County we just went over for you. And I do have some stats as we enter week 10. Your passing leaders around Lorain County, 1, 2, and 3. Nolan Good of Avon's number 1. Cy Christensen sits at number 2 for Clearview. And Chase Davis sits at number 3 for Lorain. So 1, 2, and 3, those are your passing leaders. Nolan Good, Avon, Cy Christensen, Clearview, Chase Davis, Lorain. I'll give you some more updates throughout this second half as we get you ready for the playoffs. Mason Wechter drops back, throws, and a little bit over the head and outstretched arms of Andy Bilsko for an incomplete pass.
And that was a perfectly thrown ball by Mason Wechter. I think Bilsko just stopped his route for that split second, and that's what ultimately letting the throw be too long and out of the reach of Bilsko.
So your passing touchdown leaders for Lorain County. Shocker. It's the same 3 guys who lead your league in passing. Number 1 is Nolan Good from Avon. Number 2 is Chase Davis from Lorain. And number 3 is Cy Christensen from Clearview. As the play goes to Kitzberger and brought down by a host of Clippers. Nolan Good has 19 touchdown passes going into tonight's game. Chase Davis has 17, and Cy Christensen has 16. Cy's put on an extra 3 tonight. Nolan's put on a couple touchdowns as Avon is destroying Avon Lake right now. So it's 3rd and 3 now for the Cards, looking to pick up their first down. And they get one as Longo jumps off sides, giving them a free 5 yards.
And a perfect time for Brookside, especially on 3rd down. Just what they needed.
So first down, 1st and 10 now for the Cards. (34-10). Under 6 minutes to go. Pump and go for Wechter, and it's picked off. Interception. You got a number on that, Jared?
Troy Jones.
That's Troy Jones, who's making people miss and gets knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So interception there for the Clippers.
Troy Jones' 2nd interception of the season and 2nd interception thrown tonight by Mason Wechter.
So it's going to set Clearview up with good field possession again here in this 3rd quarter.
And that one was just a little high to Matthew Kostaroth. Just a little high, not in the chest, and that's what forced that interception.
Yeah, sailed on him there, and Troy Jones in the right place at the right time. Takes it back for a big return. It's got Clearview in the red zone. Pitch goes to Longo. He's thrown out of bounds. I don't think he gained anything there. The Red Zone's brought to you by Russell Real Estate Services, local agent Steve Lawson. If you're looking to buy or sell your house in the next few months, consider Super Steve. You can hit him up on his email, superstevesells.com. Steve Lawson is in the Avon office, proud supporter of Lorain County football. Second and 10 as they get no gain for Longo and incompletion there. Brings up a third down now.
Just the third incompletion for Cy Christensen tonight. 14 for 17, 3 touchdowns, 171 yards.
Not a bad night, huh, Jared? Cy rolls. That is J.G. Hill, and he almost got away and into the end zone, but good tackle there by Billsco to make the sure-handed stop. First down, Clippers. That's a 10-yard pass play to Mr. J.G. Hill. Here we go, handoff to Longo off the left-hand side. He's in from 2 yards out. Makes it 40-30 now, and they're going to attempt the 2-point conversion.
Still think you should kick it, but that's just me. Kickers are important too.
Well, the good news is we're officially at the running clock as we are at a 30-point deficit. We got way too many men in motion there. As that's going to come back. As Longo took off early while you had your motion man going, and it's going to be an illegal shift.
And Devin Jackson was really excited for that pitch. He had that 2-point conversion all the way.
And so was Longo to block for him. As Clippers just a little too anxious there. Great play design, great, can't say execution because they were just a little early on the snap, but the excitement and enthusiasm was there. Clippers still going for it. Backing them up 5 just gives them more plays in their playbook to use. So here we go. Christensen drops back. Plenty of time. And it looks like Isaiah Garcia with a a slant over the middle. It was a double slant is what it looked like, and a second guy was the one who got the ball. Makes it 42-10 as we get ready for the kickoff. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a timeout here on the Lorain County Sports Network on YouTube. We are back after another score by the Clearview Clippers. This one on a 2-yard touchdown run by Josiah Longo. His first touchdown of the night. And Josiah has 5 TDs now on the season. 2-time All-State defensive end. Getting into the end zone for the first time tonight. Kickoff received by the Cards, and fumble, but I think it was down. As Another card is down again. I can't see who it is from here. So we're going to see who they go work on, as there's an injured Cardinal down on the kickoff. I want to say that's Brody Hamilton again, who was injured earlier, but then it looks like he came back in, and now I think he's injured again. He was battling an ankle injury earlier, and now it looks like maybe the same thing again.
Hopefully whoever is down on the sideline is okay. It's interesting to me, Dave. I feel like for the most of the season, most Lorain County teams, they don't have their last names on their jerseys. So it's very hard to see who the players are with just their numbers, especially
not many
for Brookside, who has red and black, and you're not able to read that very well, especially at night.
Let's take a look at some more stats while we tend to an injured card on the field. Your leading rushers here in Lorain County, get this, a quarterback leads the county in rushing. Would you be surprised, Jared? Yes or no?
No, and I think I know who you're going to say who it is.
It's Cole Norris from Amherst, who has
that's who I was not thinking of.
Over 1,100 yards rushing for the Comets. Number 2 is Wyatt McKee from Keystone. Number 3 is Colin Scott from Firelands. As the injured card looks to be up as they're clapping for him.
I was thinking of Shackelford.
Cole Norris for Amherst has over 1,000 yards passing and over 1,000 yards rushing. Definitely a Golden Helmet Award nominee. As they get ready to vote on that on the 30th, which is next Wednesday, they're going to be voting to see who Mr. Football will be.
And you would think with those type of stats that Amherst would have a better record than 6-4.
Yeah. Going to your leading receivers in Lorain County, Hyro Williams from Lorain is number 1. Matt Maxey from Avon's number 2. And Johnny Kinter from Wellington is number 3. Those are your leading receivers as far as yardage goes. Wechter, handoff. Kitzberger bouncing. And he's going to be brought down by a few Clippers. Lentilli, Troy Jones, and then we have a flag late. The guy with the most catches in Lorain County is Matt Maxey from Avon with 57, Jared, who also is the all-time leading receiver in Avon Eagles football history.
And I got to assume Charlie Steinmetz is in that top 3.
Actually, no. Charlie has 33 catches for 515 yards. He's in the top 10. But not in the top 3.
Because he did break the school record for career receptions and receiving yards this year.
A lot of history being made here in Lorain County's Friday Night Lights, and we're happy to bring it all to you and to the forefront. As the handoff goes up the middle for a few yards there. We mentioned we're on a running clock scenario, so we're already under 2 minutes to go here in the third. You can imagine this fourth is going to fly by. We went through some of the playoff scenarios as 11 of the 17 teams in Lorain County look to be punching their ticket to Week 11. We'll let you know where our radio crews will be. You can tune in on our Facebook page and Twitter, WOBO, WDOW Sports, to see exactly where we'll go. Pass, deep, and incomplete. Nice ball there from Wechter, just over the arms of the intended receiver.
I believe that was Colton Casey on that right side.
We haven't heard Colton Casey's name a lot lately, and he's been somebody that's carried a lot of the load for the Brookside Cardinals, especially on the receiving end of things. And tonight, he's been pretty quiet. It's been Billsco.
Yeah, it's been Billsco and Alex Era. 2 targets that Mason Weckner has been favoring here tonight.
3rd and 1 now. Handoff. And Kitzberger does it on his own, gets his own first down. as he picks up some nice positive yardage. And it's going to be a first down as it's the end of the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. We got a few more minutes to go here before we crown a winner in our Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week here on YouTube. We are back as we start the fourth quarter of play. Getting cold here at Dick Sevitt Stadium.
And my weather app says 59 degrees.
Yeah,
but
so does mine. I don't think that's right.
Yeah, they're lying. Change that 5 to a 4.
Maybe even a 3.
And it was great on Tuesday and Wednesday and even Monday in the 70s, and it's going to be in the 30s tomorrow morning and Sunday, and then back in the 70s next week, at least Tuesday and Wednesday.
Pass is complete as Mason Wechter finds his man. Colton Casey right on cue. Gets a catch there, and it's a first down. Keeps the chains moving. Clock's going to continue to run because we're in a running clock scenario, so don't have to worry about that. Cardinals from this 1st and 10 from their own 38. Wechter in the shotgun. Got Kitzberger next to him. Man in motion is, I believe that's Bilsko. Nope. Trying to get a number. Oh, that's Matthew Castores.
First run that wasn't by Kitzberger tonight, besides the Mason Wechter touchdown.
But it didn't look like they were both on the same page, as Wechter turned the wrong way or Castores went the wrong way, but they had to wait on each other for the handoff, and of course that gave the Clippers time to get back there and blow it up. 1st and 12 now. Wechter going deep. He's got Casey. No, actually that's Ara. And it's going to be incomplete.
And Ara, Casey, Bilsko, whoever it is, they're winning the routes on man coverage. It's just Wechter is just throwing it a little too far away. Because it's not like they're stopping their routes for that split second and then continuing their route. They're going full steam ahead on the sideline, and it's just overthrown.
And I think the pump and go is more for Wechter to kind of get him timed up.
Get him in a groove.
Yeah. Here we go. 3rd and 12 for the Cards from their 40. Man in motion is Colton Casey. Handoff. Was that Kitzberger? Looks like Kitzberger again, yeah.
And Manny Moore had that initial contact there, not able to bring him down. He's done a great job for this Clearview Clippers defense this season.
Boss man Manny Moore, who also did some kicking for the Clippers early in the season.
Yeah, when we had him in week 3 in Oberlin, or no. Was it week 3 or week 4 when in Oberlin? Yeah, we saw Manny Moore.
Yeah, he was handling the kicking duties.
And he's just a junior. He's 6'1", 275 pounds.
Ooh, nice throw there by Wechter as he threaded the needle. First down, complete, out of bounds. That was a nice throw there by Wechter. That was impressive.
And
he's got a big arm, Jared.
And Andy Bilsko's having a great game. 4 receptions for 69 yards. He's really, I think, impressing Scott O'Donnell in this final game. A junior, so he will be back next year for this Cardinal squad.
I'm excited to see Wechter grow with a year under his belt next year. Fumbled snap, oh boy, it goes right in the hands of Longo, and he almost broke away free as it's going to be a fumble in favor of Clearview. Not so much Wechter's fault as the snap was high and hit him in the helmet, and Longo jumped it, was right there at the right time.
And we've seen that a lot tonight and over the course of the season. And I don't know if it's just miscommunication or the center gets a little too eager, but we've seen a lot of botched snaps this year low and high, and that was another one right there. And Clearview probably sending in some backups now. They're probably just going to milk this.
7:33 on a running fourth quarter clock. And we do have backups in for Clearview, as Cy Christensen is not into the ball game anymore. As we're going to have to break out the rosters. That was Braden Turner in at quarterback. And we'll see exactly who they throw out there at running back, because I believe it was a different one of the three as well. So Turner is now in at quarterback for the Clippers. And he's going to run, and he is tossed, still on his feet. Oh, big block there by the Clearview Clippers. And he almost broke it as one of the offensive linemen came back and sprung him exactly what Braden Turner needed, and he almost went the distance there, Jared.
And he went from complete catastrophe to almost scoring 6 points. And what an incredible effort there by Turner.
Oh, he's going to be tired on this next play.
He's got to catch his breath in the huddle. That's what he got to do.
He's definitely going to have to hand it off or pass it here on this next one, as he worked his butt off. Here we go. Clippers, 3rd and 3 from the 50. Hand off, and it's going to go on the right-hand side. That's Christian Stevenson. It looks like he picks up the first down. They're going to move the sticks. So 7-yard gain there from Stevenson. As Christian Stevenson picks up the first down there for the Clearview Clippers, as they have some JVers in there now, as this one is well in hand as they get ready to move on to the playoffs next week. They're going to be hosting a home playoff game. Stevenson again on the left-hand side.
And either way, win or lose tonight, the teams that are going into the playoffs next week, it should be an exciting first round of playoffs. Exciting matchups all across the board.
Got a final to let you know about as Firelands beats Wellington 31-8. That one is over.
Great job by Firelands to close out the season with the win.
Yeah, not the season they wanted, as they're going to miss the playoffs this year. But we're able to put a few wins together late in the season. Wellington also out of the playoffs this year. 28-24 is the score of the Columbia game as they get ready for the fourth quarter. 28-24 Columbia over Black River in the fourth quarter right now. So that's a close one.
Black River trying to make a comeback, as there was a flag thrown on the field. I'm not sure what the call is.
Black River's trying to put a wrench in Columbia's whole game plan here tonight. As I thought maybe the Pirates wanted to play spoiler on the road against the Raiders, who they could possibly face again in Week 11. Braden Turner in the shotgun. Christian Stevenson next to him. 2 receivers each side. Handoff. Face mask. As this one's going to be a 15-yarder. Just going to march the Clippers 15 yards closer. Well, I don't think there's any question who our Zabo Apparel player of the game is. That's going to be Tyler Chapman. 3 touchdowns tonight through the air. Almost had number 4 as he got brought down at about the 2. So we'll make sure we get him a shirt.
And it's amazing, too. He's had 4 receptions. 3 of them were touchdowns.
Yep. And he could have been 4 for 4. Think about it. That last catch, he could have scored. He got dragged down at the 2. So That would have been pretty cool to have a stat line, 4 catches, 4 touchdowns. Braden Turner along the right-hand side. We also have to give out some other awards. So we got to give a big play of the game. And got to give out a few others, drive of the game and the collision of the game.
I definitely think drive of the game is when the Clearview Clippers scored on 3 plays after the interception by Corey Armelin.
All right, there we go. There's your drive of the game brought to you by Valley Chevrolet in Wellington and Valley Ford in Huron. Handoff up the middle for close to a first down. See where they spot them at. We got a nominee for the big play of the game. How about the big play of the game? Just that one we just seen just a minute ago, where Longo took the ball out of the air off of Mason Wechter's helmet and almost.
Yeah, because you really don't see that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So that's our big play of the game, brought to you by Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Lorain County. If you're looking to be a big and mentor, I encourage you to. Handoff, Clearview on the left-hand side. That is Xavier Ricks. A minute and 15 to go here. And this one is over as far as everything goes. Brookside's going to fall to 3-7 on the season, 2-5 in conference. Clearview is going to improve to 8-2, 5-2 in the LC8 as they get ready for their next week opponent, which right now is Napoleon. Depending on what Napoleon did tonight, we'll see. As long as they're not Napoleon Dynamite, we might be okay.
Yeah.
As Clearview's just going to take a knee, classy move here by head coach Mike Collier, as Brookside's going to call a timeout. So 11 of the 17 Lorain County teams looking to make it to the playoffs. Make sure you tune into our Facebook and Twitter pages at WOBL, WDLW Sports to see exactly where our radio crew will be. Jared and I are moving inside where it's nice and warm, as we'll be taking over the studio duties for Week 11. I'm excited, brother.
I am
just
too.
tell you.
Yeah, because you're freezing your butt off. You didn't bring your winter jacket, Dave. That's your own fault.
I cannot wait to get back into the studio for the playoffs.
We just need some hot cocoa, and you'll be fine.
Oh, we're having a playoff pizza party next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already told David Q back in studio to get ready.
I'm hammering down on that pizza.
Yep, we're going to have a nice little playoff pizza party as we celebrate Week 11 here in Lorain County's Friday Night Lights, as the postseason is finally here. All of a sudden, we're having a timeout competition. I don't know what's going on. I guess you can never take up a time to do a little coaching up, right? So that's how this one is going to end with 25 seconds left to go. If you are watching live and you want to see more football action, you can tune in on Facebook, as they will have the post-game scoreboard show presented by I-90 Nissan live on Facebook at WOBL WDLW Sports. Dave Grudzinski, Paul Williams, and Maria Janasco will get you scores from all around Lorain County. They'll talk to players, coaches, the whole nine as they get you ready for Week 11. They'll tell you who won all the conferences, as Avon goes undefeated, 10-0 this year, They won the SWC. Keystone will win the LC8 this year. Lorraine was battling for the Lake Erie League. They were winning last we checked. Hopefully the Titans are able to wrap that up. And I think Vermilion's also battling for an SWC crown. So a lot of teams here in Lorain County playing meaningful football, as I believe this will be the final snap as everybody's out of timeouts. Well, at least Brookside is. And that's going to do it. No, it's not going to do it. What is going on?
Clearview called a timeout.
That was on 4th down. Brookside should take over 1st down.
It's a weird scenario here to wrap up this fourth quarter of play. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so we just got word from athletic director that they're going to put Era in, who's been hurt most of the season. He's the senior who we told you dressed, and he will be coming back in to get the final snap. Nick Ara. He started the season, and he is going to finish the season. So Nick Era is going to come in and take the final snap for the Cards. As he was unable to return this year after an injury. But he'll be the last one to touch the ball here for the Cards. Senior emotional night here for senior night. And as you can imagine, 42-10 is your final score here from Clearview. We'll take a quick timeout. I'll give you some scores and stats, and then we'll get out of here. You're watching Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week. Welcome into the I-90 Nissan post-game scoreboard show because the deals are so good. Dave Rivera wrapping up Week 10 of Lorain County's Friday Night Lights. I want to thank you guys all season long for watching. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe our YouTube page, Lorain County Sports Network, as we bring you 10 games, well, actually 20 games this season between both crews. They did an amazing job, everybody on the staff. And you can watch all the replays all year long. Let's give out some awards as Josiah Longo scores a touchdown tonight. Tristan Lentilli scores 2. And our Zabo Apparel player of the game is Tyler Chapman from Clearview with 3 touchdowns on the night. Almost had 4 as he got dragged down right about the 2-yard line before getting into the end zone. Clearview is going to improve to 8-2. They're heading to Week 11, where they will be hosting a home playoff game next week. Stay tuned to find out who it is. Before the game, it looked like it was Napoleon. We'll see what happens. Brookside, they're going to lose tonight. They're going to fall to 3-7, 2-5 in the LC8. But the future is bright for the Cards, as they're going to bring back 21 of those sophomores from this year, and they're going to be juniors next year. Guess what? They're going to be dependent on to lead now by example instead of just filling holes and filling positions. Scott O'Donnell's got a good group of kids coming back. Look to see more of the Brookside Cardinals in the next 2 years. I want to say thank you to our camera crew and our production staff all season long. David Chopinski, as well as Duke over here, our producer. My partner all year long, Jared Vinecourt. I'm Dave Rivera. You can catch us next week as we'll be in studio for your WOBL or your WDLW game of the week. You pick. You can listen on the radio. For everybody here from Brookside High, good night from Dick Sevitt Stadium.